Hello, we're live. Welcome back to the Gambler's Luck podcast. I'm joined here by my co-host Aiden, and
Oh
we're
yeah.
gonna get into it. This is Alien. We're talking Alien today.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we love Alien. I love Alien. Speaking of Alien, the first movie, Alien, that is a good movie. I really like
You're
that.
saying a lot here.
Alien. I love Alien.
A,
Aliens.
a classic. I like pretty much the first horror movie my mom let me watch.
She let you watch this one?
Yeah.
This
Okay, look, she has good reasonings for it, but it really was like, a weird first choice.
That's a terrible first choice. My first, if I was a kid, my first choice for a horror movie would be like Five Nights at Freddy's or something. Not this.
Yeah, well, you also forget that I watched this movie in like 2014.
Dude, yeah, this movie
Five Nights at
is
Freddy's came out in that year.
this movie is a really good movie. I really enjoyed it. It was very scary. I was surprised at how good the tension was. They just built tension up very well in this movie.
Well, back then, movies were like horror movies were scary like all the time.
Yeah, this
Most horror
one.
movies were actually like pretty good at tension. You
Yeah.
didn't have to praise them for being scary.
Well, we'll talk more about that with Romulus, and I don't really think that movie's too scary. It's very disturbing. I talked about it in my review. It's not very scary, but it is very disturbing. But this original, man, it's so good at building an atmosphere that is just scary because I know H.R. Geiger. I did a lot of research into this film. H.R. Geiger worked on this movie, and he did the set design as well. And just what an incredible set design. Because the halls of the is it Nostromo?
Uh, Nostromo.
Nostromo. The halls of the Nostromo are seriously like amazing.
It is something to behold. It really looks amazing, and it's something you really see throughout like all of them, just because of the iconic imagery.
Definitely. It's so like you look at it and you're just like, "Oh, that's Alien." It's so iconic.
Yeah.
Just like one hall is just so iconic. I really love how they took like all the pipe work and the biomechanical design of the alien and they basically had it camouflage in the Nostromo. I love that.
Yeah.
It's so
It
good.
really is a perfect organism.
I know it's great. I talked about it before with you. My favorite scene in the original is towards the end when Ripley is like, in her undies. Great body, by the way. Great body. Giyot.
Yeah, Sigourney Weaver does look great. She still looks great.
Is she dead?
No, she's still alive.
Okay, good, because Sigourney Weaver's cool. You know she was in Ghostbusters? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I did not know that until like I saw it. I was like, oh, that's Sigourney
She's
Weaver.
also she's married to like the head of like a really high end visual effects department. Her and her husband both have worked on like some really high end movies like Cabin in the Woods, if you've seen that.
I've not seen that. That's very cool though.
It is really good. I'd recommend watching that. I'll let you talk. I'll look it up real quick.
Okay. Yeah, I love the story. I love the characters in this movie. I love how they're just all like just normal people doing a job. I know this is everyone's already talked about how good this movie is. It really is. I watched the director's cut though. And there's one scene, and I want to get your thoughts on this because there's one scene in the director's cut, if you've seen that, where it's towards the end. It's where Ripley finds the like dead bodies of her crewmates, and
Hmm.
I don't love that scene. That's like the only scene where I'm like, oh, I see why they cut that.
Yeah, I can kind of understand. It's you get information, but at the same time, it kind of takes away at the same time.
That's what I wanted to talk about. I think that this movie is so good because it doesn't give you any information. And this is the hot take I was telling you about before the recording. I love this movie, and I don't love all the other movies just because this one's so good.
Yeah.
Now that means I we'll talk about it when we get to Aliens. I do like Aliens as a movie. I think it's a very good movie, but I just love that this movie gives you nothing except
Mhm.
like creepy ass shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
Like that.
also, real quick, I want to make a correction. The Sigourney Weaver. Well, first of all, she is still alive, as far as I'm aware. But
Yay!
who I was thinking of was I was thinking of Heather Langenkamp.
Heather who now?
Um,
Heather what's a what?
she played the main character in Halloween.
Oh, her. That okay?
She
That's
was the
cool.
one I was thinking of.
Who's
Um,
dating the
yeah,
studio guy?
yeah, but Sigourney Weaver, as far as I know, was also in Cabin in the Woods, so that also kind of went to my
Cool, cool,
confusion.
cool, cool. Nah,
Yeah,
that's good. Correction.
I I just wanted to clear that up.
Audio listeners, he cleared that up.
Yeah,
Headphone users, if you're wearing headphones right now, make sure to leave a like on this video.
forced.
Forrest. If you don't leave a like on this video, Aiden's gonna come to your house and what are you gonna do?
uh,
Bake cookies. He's gonna
I'm gonna
bake you
take
cookies. He's gonna bake you
I'm gonna take your
cookies.
headphones.
He's gonna take your headphones. He's gonna bake you cookies. So if you want cookies from Aiden personally, leave a like on this video. You know, support the
Back,
podcast.
all
Support
right,
the
back to
podcast.
your
Anyways, Alien. Yeah, this movie's fantastic. You have any thoughts on it you want to share?
cult classic.
It is a classic. It is a classic.
I think it's
Who's your
from like
favorite character in the film? Let's start there.
well, it's obvious to say just
Just
fucking
Ripley,
Ripley,
yeah.
but who? God, fucking Bishop was Bishop his name? The
I
guy who
think
gets chest bursted.
Ash. It's Ash, right? The android.
No, not the android. The guy who gets
Dallas?
chest bursted.
Oh, that's
Dallas, yeah.
No, Dallas is the
No,
head. Was it
Yeah, no, God. I have names jostling around in my head. It's been a minute.
was it Ken or something? Why Ken? Ken from Barbie.
Um,
Ken from Barbie getting chest bursted.
I think it was I think it was Kane.
Kane. It was Kane. It was totally Kane. Yeah,
Yeah.
Kane. I do love that chest burster scene. What a good
Yeah.
scene, man. Like just that whole setup where Ash is looking at him because he knows something's gonna happen.
Oh
What
yeah.
a fucking good scene. So
Yeah, it
iconic.
yeah, that like chest burster scene is just like peak.
It really is. Like it's so disturbed. That is like just peak horror right there. Because like you know, like if you've never seen it, you're like, oh my god, what the hell is happening?
Yeah.
Which this kind of dives into like a more broad concept of horror. I really feel like horror movies are kind of a one trick pony because like once you see it, I mean, it's kind of over, right? Like oh, like it's all spoiled now. You're like okay, it can't really be scary, especially like jump scared focus movies. But I've only seen Alien once, and I just think it's such a well crafted film that
Yeah.
by itself, ignoring everything else, is terrifying.
And it's basically in the Hall of Fame of movies.
And like it works so well because you're not given any information about the xenomorph. The xenomorph is this terrifying monster that just kills everyone in the film and is said to be just unkillable, right? And I mean, it does technically die.
Oh
Um,
yeah, and because in the first movie, the alien was like a stalker. It was just
I know that's what
you
I
didn't
love
see it that
about
much.
it.
It was just jump cuts,
I
and
I
until the
love that.
very end, you didn't really see much about it. And then, like, because the very first one only had a budget of $11 million, which is technically a lot, but like, let me look up how much Aliens had.
It is
But
definitely more,
Aliens had 18.5. That's actually not that big of an increase.
but still,
But still,
I
yeah, they
love.
got a way bigger increase for the later ones, which let them do way more. So you can definitely tell in the first one they're like, okay, let's play it safer. So they actually kept it down and made it a lot scarier.
But I just feel like one thing I have a firm belief in with movies is that movies should not be easy to make. If your movie's easy to make, then that's kind of a problem. right? If you have all this resources and stuff, then I feel like you're gonna get a lesser movie, right? This movie, the amount of like work and passion and vision that went into it is a staggering to me.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone working on this movie just knew what the hell they were doing.
Yeah, definitely.
It is brilliant. I do think that. Xenomorph. We were talking about that. I love the Xenomorph being a stalker of the night. Not like I know later in like other movies like Covenant, he's just like a rampaging animal. No, dude, I love him stalking that scene where he's stalking Dallas in the vents.
Yeah.
What a scene! It's so good. It's so scary. It's just
Oh, yeah.
terrifying. It's like
Yeah, that
he
thing
could
with
be
Dallas
anywhere.
really got me as a kid.
It did. It was scary, and that was the first. I mean, the jump scare is kind of just like him popping up, but it scared me. It did.
He pops up with that I want to hug.
Hey,
He
I want
pops
to
up with that
hug.
grandma hug look.
I know it's funny, but it's also like it did startle me. I'm not lying when I say that that jump scare definitely startled me because it was so sudden. I
Yeah.
remember I was watching it with my dad for the first time, and he was like he'd seen it already, but he was doing
Yeah.
laundry while we were watching it too, and we got to that, and I literally went, "Oh fuck!" and he was like, "Aiden," and I'm like, "Sorry, it scared me." It actually did scare me. Um, but man, what a movie! It was great.
It really is an amazing movie.
Let's rate it. What are we giving Alien?
What do you think?
You're giving it a 10?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 9.5. Now that is the director's cut, and the only reason I get 9.5 is because two reasons. One, I don't believe anything in this world is perfect. And number two, I don't like that scene. That one scene of where Ripley finds her comrades. I don't like that. I just think that's kind of like it just kind of kills the pacing.
Hmm.
It's not bad or anything, but I also feel like it kind of explains too much, like why the xenomorph is, you know. I mean, I guess it doesn't explain a
Yeah.
lot, but still, I don't personally like it that much. But anyways, let's do aliens.
Aliens. It's
Aliens with
game
an
over,
S.
man.
Oh my
It's game
gosh, dude.
over.
Okay, so while I was watching this film, I was also very sidetracked with building Legos, so I was kind of half paying attention. But I still feel qualified enough to talk about it. A good movie.
Yeah, I know a lot about this movie. This is basically like my mother's favorite movie of all time,
A
so I've
good
seen
movie.
quite a lot.
A good ass movie, honestly. I
Hell yeah.
love Bishop. I know people like talk about the knife scene all the time. What a fun scene.
Definitely.
Such a classic film. I just love watching this movie. Watching this film felt like watching the DNA for every sci-fi military ever.
Yeah, because there's so many movies that basically have this movie as their DNA, whether for good or for bad, good or for worse, better, you know what I mean. Uh, most sci-fi movies that came out after this were like direct rip-offs is really the only word because none of them did it nearly as good. Because like the Doom movie that came out after this was basically Aliens. Um,
That is
there was
funny
another movie.
because watching this movie, I was like, this really feels like Doom. But then I remembered, oh wait, this came out before Doom.
Yeah,
I had to remind myself, oh, this came out before Doom. No, but like video games, it feels like Doom.
yeah,
Halo, like the ships, like that one ship, really felt like Halo to me.
yeah. I'm trying to remember. There's another movie that came out afterwards that kind of just ripped it off entirely.
No, I gotta
I mean,
think. You know
you
that
can count
Colonel dude,
Leprechaun 4, but that doesn't really count.
Leprechaun 4.
That kind of just took the theming and then just went batshit with it.
No, do you know the in Halo too? You know that officer guy with the mustache, right?
I have like the most barest of passing knowledge of Halo.
Okay, okay. There's this dude with a mustache.
I only know Master Chief is the green guy.
Chat. Leave a comment if you know who I'm talking about from Halo. Leave a comment,
Is
chat.
it is this chat in the room with us?
Chat is in the room with us. Chat, leave a comment down below. No, but there's this dude. He's got this mustache, and I have to believe that he is like an homage to the what's his name in Aliens? The general dude.
Uh,
Opio? Apol.
Rob.
It's
Oh,
Apol, right? Apol.
it was either that or AWOL. I don't remember.
I think it's Apol. Like it has to be right.
Probably. Like I said, names aren't really my strength suit.
No, they're not mine either. Sorry, chat. By the way, for my computer my monitor almost fell asleep. uh, but no, I gotta believe that character Apol inspired that character from Halo because they look so similar. Not only do they look so similar, but they act so damn similar. Anyways, we were talking about how the xenomorph in the first movie is like a stalker predator. You know, there's one, right? I like
Yeah.
there's multiple xenomorphs in this film. I think it makes sense. I think it's good for the story and all that. But the
Yeah, the
design for me, I don't like it as much. But I understand it. Like it's blue. It's a lot more blue.
but the color didn't even stand out to me just because of I don't want to say how dark it is because there's not
It's a
many
very
dark
dark
scenes.
movie.
It's not. Yeah, well, it's not like Alien vs Predator Requiem
No,
where
it's not. You can still
you,
see.
you
It's
yeah,
done
it's not.
intentional, you know.
Yeah, it's not like Requiem where you're basically playing Slender without a flashlight. Um, yeah, it's I don't know. For me, it's you go through like the next phase of their life cycle, the warrior, which
That's what it
I don't
is.
know.
Yeah.
I can take or leave it sometimes. I never really noticed the coloring. I just saw it as still like black.
There's
But like
something about the detailing about it. I mean, I don't hate it. I just don't think it's as iconic as the original Xenomorph. That
the
thing is just
the like
peak.
the crested head is kind of like sometimes I can take it over the like original drone, but most of the time it
Big
doesn't hit
chap,
the same.
big chap,
Yeah,
big
the big
chap.
chap.
I love big chap. We love big chap in this.
We
Leave it.
stand big chap.
Subscribe if you like big chat, guys. Chat. Subscribe if you like the big chat.
Yeah.
But
It does at least give a distinction between like the warrior drones and just
and
one
the and
single.
just one xenomorph. I love
Yeah.
the xenomorph in the first Alien, but I love the xenomorph queen. I think what a cool
Oh
idea
yeah.
to still have it be mystery, like a mystery, but still give like a little bit of context. Like, okay, this is how they reproduce, but it also is like, oh, did it take over that ship, or is there another? Like, it just still fills your head with a bunch of questions.
Yeah, well, it's like the alien queen. First of all, really fucking cool looking. I don't think it was like I think it was a prop. Well, let me check.
It was a puppet. What a
Yeah.
puppet! That's incredible, right?
Yeah.
Like, just okay. We gotta talk about this. We talked about it a little bit with Alien, but the effects in these movies are incredible, especially this one. Like, wow. Hello.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I was
I'm
just making
letting you
sure.
talk while I'm letting you talk while I look at this.
It is incredible the like amount of work that went into that puppet. It was not a Geiger design, but man, it's so good. I just love the head on it, the giant crest. It's beautiful. It really is like beautiful chaotic, and I
Yeah,
think it works.
the design of the alien queen is definitely one of my favorites out of all
Oh,
the
it's
alien
so good.
designs.
It has like 500 arms or whatever. It's great. I do love it.
Yeah.
I might not like or the Warriors as much as the I guess the Big Chap. I call him Big Chap, but man, it's good. Big Chap. Uh,
Big chip.
Big Chap. I love it. It's great. Fantastic. Um, I love the Marines. I think they're so fun.
Yeah, a lot of them actually have character.
They're very
It's not like the ones from Alien didn't have character, or at least the colonists, but you kind of expect from most movies at this point that like the nameless grunts, or not nameless, but like they're just
the
the
grunts.
fodder.
Yeah, no, the fodder.
Let's
Yeah,
get it over with. The
they're gonna get
fodder.
cooked.
Uh,
Yeah,
you expect them to have like no personality or at least a dislikable personality, but no, actually like are likable.
Yeah, like that one, the girl with the bandana. I don't remember their names. The girl with the bandana, she was awesome. The Latino, I loved her. She was great.
I only remember Hicks.
Hicks, yeah, I like Hicks too. Hicks is crushing on Ripley a little bit.
I only
Ripley in
remember
this
it's game
movie,
over, man. It's game,
it's game over, man. Nah, isn't
game
Paul
over.
Reiser in this movie?
Yes, if I
Dude, they
remember
got
correctly.
my guy Paul Reiser, and he's an a hole.
Yeah,
He's a d bag. He's a douche. We don't like him.
I,
But
I still remember. I still remember seeing behind the scenes for like Stranger Things when he came in there. It was like I remember he was talking like, yeah, when people see me in Aliens, they're like, man, this guy's an asshole, and they're gonna come and see me in here, and they're like, yeah, they're gonna see me, and they're like, yeah, this dude's an asshole.
I love Paul Reiser in this movie. He's so unredeemable. It's hilarious.
I just wish he got a better kill.
How did he die? A xenomorph got him. I mean, it's like honestly, I was expecting that. I was like,
A
oh yeah,
xeno,
you're
yeah,
just
well,
waiting for it though.
A xenomorph got him, but literally, all he ran out through a door.
It
He he
dies.
he looks he looks like towards the red light. You see a xenomorph open its mouth, and then it's just blood
Cooked.
splatter.
Cooked. He got
He
PG-13 to
should have.
death.
Yeah. Meanwhile, everyone else gets like fucking Bishop gets
Exploded.
torn in half.
Dude, can we talk about that? I love that. Oh my god. I love how it's played off like it's a face hugger. You're like, what the or not face hugger, a chest burster, but it's just a
Yeah.
tail. And it gets fucking ripped in half. Awesome.
I
That's
I
so
still
metal.
fucking love. I still fucking love how they took that and made it a fatality in Mortal Kombat X.
That's awesome. No, but that is so good. Like I just like cinema right there. Cinema, baby.
Definitely.
The milk just went everywhere. So milky. Very milky kind of guy.
I want a clear cut like definition of what that is. I don't care if it's
Milk.
some future.
It's
I know
milk.
yeah, well, they don't tell us. I don't care if it's like some future fluid that we don't know about, or if it's actually just fucking milk. I
You
want to
want an
know.
answer. That's the thing. I don't want answers because I think it makes it more scary. This movie is actually kind of scary, but
Really?
not really. There was one jump scare, and it was the face hugger.
Okay, that's fair.
That scared the fuck out of me, like genuine. Oh my god, I had to pause it. That legitimately startled the shit out of me. Oh my god. When that facehugger just jumped, I was like, where the fuck was it? Because, like, I think it was in the frame, right? And then just jumps.
Yeah,
That's beautiful. That's cinema right there. Great jump scare. Um,
definitely.
it was so scary. Facehuggers are, I don't like them. I don't like them. They are so scary.
Yeah,
I
dude.
don't like their
Ah,
fingers. I don't like them.
yeah, dude. If facehuggers are one of those parts of the Alien movie that it's interesting to hear like how they were created and how they're just so fucking creepy because it's like yeah, they're intended to be creepy in a lot of different ways.
We're not going to talk about the R word, but it's very clear that the facehuggers are supposed to be, I don't want to say a metaphor, but kind of like
No, yeah, they are
that
supposed to be.
fear of the, you know, we'll just say sexual violence. We'll put it that way.
I mean, I can avoid specifics, but I know
You
I
know where I'm
remember
getting
hearing
at.
well, I can explain it further because there was a how do I explain this without going too far into detail?
Just don't use
The
the R
whole
word. Okay, that's too far.
Yeah, I know. The whole premise of the alien life cycle was to take something that looks like trying to find a suppository word
PP.
that looks like no, well,
Uh,
yeah,
a JJ, a PP, or a JJ.
yeah, it looks like that.
Well,
It
we'll
looks
talk
like
about.
both of those.
Don't worry. When we talk about Romulus, oh, we're talking about JJs.
Yeah. Well, it looks like both the facehugger kind of has both of those. It looks like that, and it yeah, goes onto a man, forcefully like injects something into him, and then it
Oxygen,
forcefully
quote
comes
unquote,
out. Yeah,
quote
and it
unquote oxygen,
and
and then it
has something forcefully go in, like incubate, and then force itself out. Also, kind of make
disgusting.
it also looks like a dick, but we don't
It,
talk
it
about that.
does it does look like a BB. Can we call it BB and JJ from Five Nights at Freddy's?
No.
That's funny though. Come on, that's really funny.
Yeah,
And it looks like a
that was the
baby.
original. I don't remember
Uh,
where I heard that, but that was the original intention behind them.
like what a
Which,
great
if you
idea
look
to
at
play the like, because like everyone's biggest fear is humans, right?
yeah,
Especially a lot of like people like sexual violence is such a you know like scary thing to experience
yeah,
and stuff. And I know a fair share of people that have gone through very traumatic things with sexual violence, and it's scary to hear about. It's very you know it's disturbing, and I think that the Alien movies definitely play into that fear that I feel like a lot of humans have, and it's just
yeah. And
so scary, dude.
if you look at the original painting Geiger did for
Oh, I
the
know.
that
Oh,
inspired the Alien, you can definitely see where all this
you can
came from.
definitely see it. It's very disturbing, and I think it works very well in a horror atmosphere. Just to be like,
Yeah,
wow, that is wrong. And I think Romulus. I know we're not talking about Romulus right now, but I think Romulus does a fantastic job of that. Just like
yeah.
disturbing. Like, wow, that's disgusting.
Well, before we talk about Romulus, you got anything else to say about Aliens?
Favorite character?
Honestly, just Hicks, just because they keep
Hicks.
repeating, "It's game over, man.
It's game over, man. Ripley. I
Game
love
over.
Ripley in this movie. Badass in this film.
Get away from her, you bitch."
Get away from her, you bitch! Yeah, what a line. She says it so good too. Like I heard that line so many times before I saw this movie, but when I heard it, I'm like, oh, I'm hyped now. Also, that fight at the end is so well done for two guys in suits. Wow.
Yeah.
Actually, it's one guy in the back of the armor, right? Like
Uh,
piloting it, I think,
as far as I can remember, yeah.
and then a puppet.
Yes.
That's a great fight. Like I've like a surprisingly good fight.
Yeah.
James Cameron, you did a great job. Great job. What are we rating it?
Yeah. Okay. The first one
You gave it a 10.
may
No takebacks.
okay. I was gonna say the first one. It really depends on my day. It could be a 10, could be a 9. This one, 10 any day of the week.
Dang. Me not so much. I still prefer the original, but that's because this one takes a more action approach, which nothing wrong with it. I think it's since this was, I'm guessing James Cameron kind of saw this as like, okay, if this is the last Alien movie, I'm gonna make it like a finale. You know,
I can see that.
I could see him kind of thinking that, and this does feel like a finale to me. This
Yeah.
feels very like, okay, we're doing this. This is it. We're done after this, baby. And I like that. I think it's good that they do that. So I'm gonna
Better
give.
finale than what Alien 3 was supposed to be.
Oh, we're not talking about Alien 3, and I refuse to watch it. I was thinking I have a few more ideas. I'll talk about it maybe at the end of the podcast, but we could watch it and record our do like a sit along, and if you guys would be interested, tell us down in the comments if you guys would be interested in like a sit along. Watch is it watch where you watch the movie with people?
Watch them.
Watch along? React-a-thon.
That,
We'll call it react-a-thon.
I mean, that's the wrong word, but okay.
Absolutely the wrong word. Anyways, I'm giving Aliens a 9 out of 10. Great film. Great film. I love it. I think it's fantastic. Um, I don't personally love the action approach as much, but that's just like a personal thing. Anyways, take it away, Aiden. What are we talking about next?
Romulus.
Romulus. Talking about Alien Romulus. Let's talk about this movie. Saw it last night with my friends. I'll just say, good movie. What a good movie.
You guys called me in panic to tell me
Wait.
to explain to me
No, you
what
gotta
was
tell the
going
story.
on.
Tell the story. Tell the story.
Yeah, I was not woken up, but I was like about to go to bed, and then I get this panicked call. I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, oh my god, he watched it this late, and then I hear, and what the hell was that? 15 minutes. This was so creepy. What
By
the
the way,
hell? And I hear another
spoilers,
voice, and
spoilers,
it's like, it sounds like
spoilers,
he's about to be. Well, I'm not gonna go
spoilers.
too into details,
Oh,
but
I'm
it's
going
just
to
like,
go into detail. Spoilers, just so everyone knows we're
yeah,
talking spoilers in this podcast.
it's like, oh my god, and what the hell is going on? And then I just hear another voice like, it sounds like he's going to sleep. And it's like, here we need to hear what's going on. It's just like, We'll talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah, so I watched this movie with my five friends. I'm not gonna name their names just in case they don't want to be named. I saw it with five friends, but during the movie, one of them got sick. She went to the bathroom and threw up. So I waited with her outside for I'd say like 5-ish minutes. So I missed like a little bit of the movie, just so we're clear on that. So I might not, understand why there were so many xenomorphs. Uh, that was a little like, okay, what's happening here? But what a movie! Yeah,
Oh yeah,
good movie. I really like the setup to this one. I think it's great. I just love it.
yeah,
I just think it works so damn well for Alien. Like the world they built up, this corporate shithole, and then these like younger adults have to go, teens and young adults have to go, and they're trying to find a better life, and they try to steal these cryopods. I'm just thinking, what this is such a good idea for an Alien movie.
definitely.
Yeah, what do you have to say about this film? What are some of the? You're a bigger Alien fan than me. What are your likes and dislikes with
The
it?
dislikes, I didn't have too many. It was really just, well, my dislikes have kind of faded from my mind. I had a lot of them. Not a lot. A lot makes it sound like I fucking hated it. I just had a lot of things where it's just like, what? When I first saw that, but there was just a lot going through my mind. This movie really felt like through all of the movies and all the like different directors, Ridley Scott actually had a whole plan in mind with this movie, or not movie, with this series, because despite this movie technically taking place between Alien 1 and 2, it ties up loose ends that were started in the prequels, helps explain things that happen later on in like Alien 3 and 4, and just helps tie everything into a loose end despite not even being the end of the timeline technically.
So
So
that was one thing you
it just,
enjoyed as a big Alien fan. You really seem to enjoy the ending. I'm guessing.
yeah, it's one of those things where it's just, if you understand everything that's going on, I was sitting there with a dumb smile on my face, being like, "Oh my God, they went there."
So
And it's
when
just,
I saw this movie with my friends, I shit you not. When what is that thing called?
I don't think
I
it has a
texted you the
name.
name earlier. What is it? Is newborn? Is that what it's called?
I think it's just called the Newborn.
Offspring. That's what it's called.
Offspring.
When that fucking ugly skinwalker came onto screen, I joke you not, everyone I was sitting with, all my friends, literally started to like have little spasms in our chairs, and we all started pointing at the screen and just freaking the fuck out. We were all just like, "What the hell is that? What the hell? I thought we were watching an alien movie." The Skinwalker appears on our screen. What the fuck is that thing? In the back of my head, I'm like, okay, is this like a Prometheus thing? The engineer? What the fuck is happening? What is
Oh, nice.
happening?
You got the engineer.
Like, I was kind of just like, okay, I know there's like engineers and stuff. I kind of know what's happening, but I'm like, what the fuck is that? Because it's hideous. If you guys haven't seen my review on it, this thing is an abomination. I hate it. I hate it so much. So on the
You and the
one hand, I'm just
Skinwalker
like,
invade my movie.
okay, great design. Like, you freaked the shit out of everyone in that theater, which is what your intention was. You scared the shit out of everyone. It falls so perfect into Uncanny Valley. It's great.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, fantastic. But also, I feel like if you haven't seen the other movies, that comes the fuck out of left field.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was telling you last time, because if you, especially if you have not seen Prometheus or Covenant, that is something that's going to feel like a kick in both testicles
It
because
like
there's no way to predict that that was going to happen other than the vague mention, or not vague mention, the vague like notice of, oh hey, that black liquid really fucked that rat up.
wait, what?
Oh, that I wonder if that was that 5 minutes you were go. Do you remember the scene where the black goo was introduced in the movie?
No, because I think I left like right there. Because I was like, okay, this
Yeah.
is way more important. My friend just threw up and she's sick, so I was like, okay, I took priority of my
Okay.
friend first. I was like, this is
Okay.
way more
So
important than the movie. I don't care about the movie right now. But I
okay. So pretty
left,
much,
and then I
let
get
me
back,
let me
and then
explain.
sorry.
No, 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 here. You finish what you were saying, then I'll explain it.
Well, okay, I got back. Well, I actually finished your thing first because my thing's gonna kind of start a new conversation.
All right. So pretty much, the scene that I'm assuming you left in was they all get into like this little science room, and you see a projection of not Ash. I forgot his name already, and
I think it's
he explains.
Rook. It's Rook. It's Rook.
Yeah, Rook. Rook explains that they found the black goo, and that it's basically like the equation for life. It's not equation, but it's like the thing for life.
It's the
And
anti-life equation.
pretty much. And they showed like a little video of taking a dead rat, injecting it with black goo, and it basically comes back to life.
Is it a
Now it
xenomorph?
ends. No, it stops right there. And it's like, oh, okay. And the Andy the Andy the animatronic, Andy the android. He obviously at this point in the movie, he's like, okay, take this back to the company. Well, you don't see it, but you can actually still see where the rat was, and it is like fucked up. It's dead, but it is like you can barely tell it was a rat anymore.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely missed that part. I thought Andy was a great character, but what I was gonna ask was when I was gone,
Yeah.
um, I come back and I don't remember exactly what scene it was, but it was a xenomorph scene.
hmm
Like I come back and there's like 20 xenomorphs.
Yeah.
What did I miss?
Well, think about it like this way. They're on a ship meant to hold a shit ton of people, and there was a shit ton of face huggers on the ship that got loose. What do you think happened?
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what happened. All right, because I was a little confused. Like, okay, how did that happen? Because
Yeah, it is,
I
that is kind of fair because they don't really explain it, but it is kind of just fair to think that it's like there was a shit ton of face huggers that escaped before they even got there, and this ship was presumably already holding people. So, yeah, they probably just already got killed.
well, I didn't know that a bunch of facehuggers already escaped. That was the thing.
Well, yeah, because later on, before, well, yeah, later on you can find, not you can find, they found a different area with a bunch of the sealed facehugger cases that were broken before they even got there.
Okay,
So it's easy
okay, that
to
makes
presume
sense.
that a different place. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, but I definitely enjoyed my experience with this movie. It's just a good movie. I like Andy a lot. I thought he was great. I think Rain, if she's gonna be like the next Ripley, she's great. I think she's a really good protagonist.
Well, I doubt she's going to be the next Ripley just because of the fact that Ripley was like an amazing first protagonist. It really just depends on if they bring her back because this movie is supposed to take place in between Aliens 1 and 2 and like it really just depends if they're like, oh hey, yeah, let's bring this character back for like the latest movie in the like series, I guess.
I feel like they're not gonna do that because the studio's gonna be like, "Wow, Romulus is doing really well. Let's do more of that." You know.
Yeah.
I
And
thought this
also
was
I
a
also
great
just hope
movie
they
though.
don't I just hope they don't do the same thing to her that they did to the main character of Prometheus.
What, Killer? Oh no, I know where
Yeah.
you're going with that. Killer in the worst way possible. Can we talk about
Have fucking
the?
Andy experiment on her.
Wait, what? Oh no!
Yeah,
Don't say
because
that.
in Prometheus the fucking android experiments on the last surviving human.
What a weird movie. Anyways, I was gonna say, can we talk about all of the JJs? Like, not actual JJs, but like the imagery, like when the xenomorph did like a little cocooning.
Yeah.
Absolutely fucking vile. That is disgusting.
Yeah, that was, but to be fair, well, I'm not gonna defend the
To
imagery.
be fair, that is so disturbing. Like, I get it. Like, I know that's what it is.
Well,
That's what it's going for, obviously. So,
yeah. Well, it's like defending the imagery. It's the whole like they
literally the
wanted it
point of
to.
it. They wanted it to
Yeah,
be
it was
fucking
the whole point.
disgusting.
I actually thought that was really cool. Not the imagery, but the idea of it,
No, I think it's all. I like the idea. It literally is just
because
him
it's like,
giving birth. Is giving birth
well, and you always see in like all the movies, you see it just go immediately from the
from
fucking chest
chest
burster
hugger to the
to
xenomorph.
a full ass xenomorph, and it always takes like 5 fucking minutes. But now you actually see the middle point, and it's really cool.
No, I definitely think it's cool, but man, it's so gross. The imagery is disgusting. Like straight up, that's a JJ. Like straight up.
Yeah, well, they were never that subtle.
Yeah, that's true. That's so true. But man, like his head coming out of it, I was like, oh, oh, it's so gross. It's so gross. It's definitely very well executed though. This whole movie because you
I'm not even.
obviously
I'm not even
sorry.
gonna lie. You're fine. As someone who's watched like literally every movie, I just sat there with a fucking smile watching
That's
that.
disgusting. Dude, I love the contrast of our viewing experiences. I was with a group and I literally like the whole group when that happened, we are all like, that's a JJ! What the fuck is happening? And you're sitting there with a smile on your face.
Dude, I was sitting there with my parents. We all fucking love Alien, and we're all just like, dude, this is cool as fuck.
Oh my god, I'm sitting there and this is so gross. But I mean, it's very well done. That's why I say the movie's really good, even though it
Yeah.
grossed the fuck out of me. But it's still a really good film.
Yep.
I love the. We talked about that abomination at the end. Um,
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of the birthing scene. Didn't love that. That was disgusting.
And it's technically not the first time we've gotten something like it.
I know it's not, but my god, I never want to see that again. That was awful.
Yeah, remember the fucking like C-section in Prometheus?
Oh my god, dude, that's vile. That was
I
actually
still,
so gross.
I still remember watching that movie and thinking that would be the most disgusted I'd be in a horror movie.
No, no, this is worse. This is so much worse. Cause it's out the JJ. Oh my god, it's vile. God, it's like burned into my brain now. It's so gross. Oh gosh.
Oh,
Yeah,
you have no idea how much imagery is burned into my brain. I just don't let it affect me.
and then it kills her too. Oh my god, that's vile, vile.
Yeah.
Big Chap returns. Let's talk about that. Let's switch subjects. Big Chap, he's
It,
here. He's back. I love Big
he
Chap.
said he said that like it was a Star Wars title.
Big Chap.
Big
Big
Chap
Chap
returns.
returns. Dude, I
Which episode is it?
dude, episode 10. Big Chap returns.
Oh yeah.
With
Somehow Big
Palpatine.
Chap returns.
Somehow Big Chap returns. Off screen. He has an army of Star Destroyers now. No, he's got an army of oh god, I forgot the name of the ship.
What?
Nomastrones. No
Oh,
fuck.
Nostromos.
Nostromos! He's got an army of Nostromos and they have Death Star lasers on them. Oh no! Hide your wives, hide your kids! Yeah, fucking joke. That movie. One day we'll get there. One day. One day, I promise you, we will talk about Star Wars in this podcast. No,
Never. You
yeah,
cannot
we
do that.
will. Don't worry. It's like talking about politics.
All right. I hope you'll be ready to talk. I hope you're ready to have a one-sided conversation because I will be asleep.
Just chat. Leave a like if you want to see a Star Wars video. Gets 2 likes.
Like, all right, chat. All right, 1 like and we'll do a Star Wars video. 1 comment and we'll do it like anything else.
No, wait, that's cheating. You're gonna leave a comment.
I didn't even think about that. I was gonna leave a dislike.
What a yeah. Back to the topic. I like this movie. I think I'm gonna give it a solid 7.
As someone who fucking loves this movie, it is a 9.5 out of 10. easily,
Damn, that's high. What the hell?
easily the third best
Oh,
in
I
the
agree.
series.
I easily agree. Why do you
Um,
think we're talking about them?
it's just, it's kind of sad that we went from, you know, amazing first movie, fucking phenomenal second movie, very bad, very poor third movie. I don't even want to talk about Resurrections.
Pumpkin
Um,
face.
two,
Penis vagina.
I stop saying that. Uh, one very middling crossover, one very bad crossover, and then two prequels, one of which not that good, the
We'll just
other of
call them
which,
mid.
I mean, one of which I like, but not many people like.
We'll just call
So
them mid.
yeah, we're pretty much at three good. The rest of them, you can average them all up to like a 6 out of 10.
I don't like the idea of Prometheus and Covenant. I haven't seen them, so I don't know if they're good movies or not. But I really don't like explaining things in this franchise. I hate that
See,
because it doesn't. It's not
Prometheus,
scary
Prometheus
anymore.
and cover Prometheus and Covenant are better in hindsight. That being said, they're not good as standalone movies.
Yeah. I just don't like them already because they. I feel like they're gonna explain too much, and that's dumb.
Also, Prometheus has one of the worst scenes in cinema.
Dude, I gotta watch it now. Chat, if
Have,
you
have,
want to see me react to Prometheus on this channel, I will 100% do that.
have you seen that one? You might have seen the clip, honestly. There's a scene where a whole fucking ship, like there's this one donut-looking ship, and it's falling, and it's literally like rolling towards a character, and she fucking runs in a straight line instead of going left or right.
Oh, I've seen that. I've seen that.
Yeah,
Huh.
stupid, stupidest fucking decision.
Interesting. That's a very interesting
Then again,
idea.
she's she's also like that one character in all these movies that you want to die.
Oh, okay.
So, you know,
In Romulus, the character I wanted to die was that asshole Australian. I was like, I can't wait for him to die.
yeah. He I wanted him to die, but at the same time, it's like he had nuanced character traits. So I was like, I mean, I was
He
still
had
happy
like
when he
he
died.
was kind of funny. I loved his little smoking scene. That was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like how much character that these guys. It's not just like your typical. It feels like a slasher film, except they had like actual direction and like care. You know, it's like love went into it and a budget. It's like a slasher film with a lot of love and budget put into it. My biggest
Yeah.
complaint, the reason I give it a 7, is because there's two reasons. The director said that he very much wanted to use practical effects in this film, which he did.
Mhm.
Except my two biggest complaints are: one, you can tell when something is practical, and number two, they did not use that animatronic xenomorph enough.
It really depends.
No,
I
because
understand. No, hold on.
okay, sorry,
I
sorry.
understand. You're fine. I understand why they couldn't use the animatronic in every single shot. The animatronic, while it was fully functional, it was mostly used for close-ups and to interact with the actors because there are like the actors have talked about interacting with it because it was mostly for close-up shots and to get more genuine reactions out of the actors so they're not just reacting at a green screen because you do not want to damage that thing when you're like flinging it at walls or having it like be suspended on wire rigs because if you have something that big, that expensive, that detailed, you don't want to damage it.
yeah, but
So they use
that
that
kind of goes
for
along
most
with my
functional
point
scenes.
of I don't think they used it enough. They used it for close-ups
So
and
what
stuff,
else?
which is very cool, but I
What
mean,
else would you have them use
goddamn,
it
you
for?
built a whole ass xenomorph. Show me that thing, man. I want to see it. I really
Yeah,
wanted to
yeah.
see it. Like, where's my shot of the xenomorph like looming over someone before he eats it? And they like see. I know they could just like CG the tail in because I know it didn't have a tail. Like CG the tail in. But man, I was pissed. I was like, where is? I wanted to see it because it was beautiful. That thing is fucking awesome.
I
I
don't
was
know.
kind of
I don't know
disappointed by
why.
that. I was like, where? I want to see it, man.
I don't know why, but like midway through your speech, midway through your speech when you're like they spent so much on it, I want to see more of it. It reminded me of that one time where during the making of Shin Godzilla, they spent so much money on
Oh,
this
that
one
fucking puppet.
giant puppet, and they never used it.
That's so sad. I will say though, the effects in Shin Godzilla are still fantastic because like you
Oh
can.
yeah, no,
It looked
that
like
movie
I
looks
thought it
fucking
was the
peak.
puppet. Some people still think it's the puppet that they're using for some of those
Really,
shots. Yes, I've seen people like, yeah, they used a real puppet. No, that's CG, baby.
I'm not even gonna lie, that puppet did look good,
Oh,
but
so
like
good.
I think the CGI looks a little bit better.
Honestly, it's fantastic in Shin Godzilla. We're not talking about that though. We're talking about
I know
Alien.
it. You just reminded me of it.
I know. I wish they would have used that more. Like, it's such a beautiful. Like, it's fucking beautiful, dude. Like watching that thing move on the behind the scenes, like it jump. God damn, man, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I love that. I wish they used it more because, like, it's fucking real. You know, that's a real thing.
yeah.
But the face huggers, you can totally tell when they're practical. Is that just me? Like, they don't. Sometimes they don't feel very animated. Sometimes they just kind of like crawl around or just kind of like sitting there and their legs are moving. Is that just me? It
Yeah,
might just be me.
yeah,
But I'm not saying
yeah.
it's bad. I'm just saying that it might be like a little kind of like, I don't know how I feel about that, you know?
That's what I remember seeing behind the scenes for one of the. Actually, I think it was. I don't remember which one, but for one of the Alien versus Predator movies, I still remember seeing behind the scenes footage for it, and you could see like how they used the facehugger props, and they like actually looked really impressive. They used wires to like puppeteer them. They had it on like someone's hand, like a glove. It looked really good.
Yeah, I love that. I think that, like, I love how they, in Romulus, they use the facehugger props, like, you know, practical and stuff. I think it's awesome. Like, the dedication to practical is awesome, but I hate when directors go out and say that, because CGI has this, like, negative stigma around it.
Yeah,
But because the director's like, oh yeah, we have so many practical props and stuff, but they don't. But he doesn't talk about the fucking insane space station blowing up. Like,
yeah,
what the
because
fuck? That's awesome.
people have a negative stigma against CGI because for some reason, oh, like it's a lot of it is because of Marvel, and
Yeah,
nobody likes to be like, oh, no one likes to point fingers, but it's all because of Marvel, and
it's
it's
Ant-Man.
rarely deserved. Because like yeah, it's like oh, Marvel fights all take place on a fucking green screen or blue screen. Okay, and no one fucking cared until they released set photos. Like I remember everyone throwing a hissy shit when Deadpool and Wolverine set photos released, and there was a bunch of like blue screens and green screens, ignoring the fact that a bunch of their sets were actually built,
I
but
know
they
it's
only
so
cared about the fact
stupid.
that a few of them were green screens.
No, I love when people are like, oh my god, they green screened and they CGI'd everything. Motherfucker, do you think somebody is actually gonna do, you know, that Gambit scene where he's doing the flips
Yeah.
and shit? Motherfucker, they're not doing that for real.
Uh,
It's
Yeah, and then there's also the fact that like, oh my God, everything's CGI. And it's like and it's also the fact that it's like one, the CGI looks incredible. Two, you know who made that incredible CGI? Artists.
yeah, you know something funny too?
Hmm.
Gambit's cloak in that movie is 100% CGI. Guarantee it. Like, not
Honestly,
in the action scene. I mean, in the action
yeah,
scene, it's CGI. I know this because in the boys, Homelander's cape is mostly CG. Like in
yeah,
fights, dude, they do that, and you didn't even fucking notice.
yeah,
It's not about how um good the CGI looks. It's about how it's incorporated into your fucking story.
exactly.
And
The people
Romulus
who
does a
really
great
need,
job of this.
yeah, the people who need more like recognition in Hollywood or just
Or
any
CG
like
artists.
film media. CG artists, and also I'd say like stuntsmen and women.
Stuntmen and CG artists, man, they get fucked over
Yeah,
so hard. Like, and they're doing such great work. Speaking of
exactly.
stuntmen, let's talk about the guy from Alien who played Big Chap. I don't
Yeah.
remember. Can you look his name up? We got to shout this guy out. This guy, tall motherfucker, and he died in that suit, man. But he gave a hell of a performance. Scary as hell. I don't remember his name. But he wasn't even an actor.
I
He was just a dude.
I cannot pronounce that name.
Give it your best shot.
Bolaji Bodeja.
Yeah,
I
that works.
completely.
We'll call him BB.
He's a Nigerian visual artist and actor.
Beautiful. Beautiful, man. Shout out to
He
that
was
guy.
he was 6'10".
God damn! God, that's huge! Fuck, that's
Yeah,
huge!
it's like the people that get to like be the suit actors for the Alien and Predator like suits. They're fucking huge.
Monster man right there. What a
Like I think one of the people that got to play the Predator was like 7 foot tall.
god damn. I want to watch Prey so bad. That movie looks awesome.
Have you not seen Prey?
I'm not, but it's on only on Hulu.
Dude, Prey is really fucking good.
It looks so good. I want to watch it. I'm like, fuck, that
It
looks
is.
cool.
Predator simultaneously has a better and worse streak than Alien. And
It's
Prey,
got Peter Cullen
like
though.
they do have Peter Cullen.
They got
It's just
Peter
like
Cullen. They got Optimus Prime in that bitch.
not including the Alien versus Predator movies
We
because
don't
we've
talk
already
about
gone through
those.
those.
We don't talk about those.
I don't know, they're all right.
Dog water.
The first Predator is a classic. The second one, it's good, but it's just one of those where it's like you can take it or leave it.
It's got an
The
alien
third
skull
one,
in it. It's got an alien skull in it.
that's what actually like
Set up
sparked
the
the
movie,
concept.
yeah. Set up the movie. I know my history,
Um,
baby.
yeah. The third one, it's the characters are not good.
So it
Um,
sucks. Okay, that's bad.
the fucking fourth one, we do not talk about the Predator. That's the one where they try to say autism is a superpower and the next evolution in mankind.
Yeah, we're just gonna skip that one. That's too touchy for this
So
channel. That's way too touchy for this channel.
look,
Shut
I'm
up.
not
Let's
trying.
go to
I'm
the
not.
next movie.
Look, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but
You better
there's a
watch your
reason why
fucking
nobody else
mouth
thinks
here.
it.
You better really watch
Why,
what you say here, bud.
dog? I am autistic.
Shut up. I was gonna tell you this last podcast. I was like, don't say you're autistic. You're not autistic. Don't say that.
I do. I'm actually pretty close.
Oh, I definitely think I am too. But we're not gonna talk about that because we're not. And we're not saying being autistic is bad. I actually have an autistic friend, and I love him. He's one of my best friends. Just so we're on the same page,
Look,
internet.
yes, I'm not saying it's bad.
Don't
Anyway,
cancel
moving on.
us, please, internet. We love the Predator. Anyways,
Look,
more
you made
the
me
first one.
Like you made me think of that one image. But yeah,
The
and then
first one.
Prey is fucking peak fiction.
That looks great. I definitely want to watch that movie. It looks so good. I'm like, yeah, that looks good, man. No, but back to Romulus. Good movie. 7 out of 10. You gave it a 9.5. That's pretty fucking high.
Yeah, well then again, I've had more time with this franchise than you.
That's true. Speaking of which, we have a few more minutes left until we're gonna wrap this episode up. We're getting this to an hour.
I've been standing in my closet for an hour.
We're getting this one to an hour, baby. Talk about the lore behind the Alien movies. Like, kind of give me the rundown a little bit.
Oh boy. Okay, let me see if I can get all this out. So, where do I start? Okay, so you remember the engineer guys, right?
Yeah, the white people.
Yeah. So they created us.
Okay, so they're God, basically, is what you're telling me.
Technically, they're not like omnipotent. They're not gods, but they
They're
are our
just like
creators.
a species that created us.
Yes, and I'll get back to that, but essentially, they are just like another species out in space. They created us, kind of left us be, and they went to go create, like, not create, they went to go explore the cosmos.
That's so dumb.
Now, eh,
So dumb.
eh, now, you see them like maybe 4 times in total throughout the series, maybe 5. Um, you see one at the beginning of Prometheus drinking the black goo, where he disintegrates.
Not the black goo.
Um,
I don't like the black
then
goo. What the fuck is the black goo?
I already told you that.
What is it?
Okay, they got the black goo from, if I remember correctly, fucking like. Okay, I do not take this like take this for granted because I do not remember if this is true. If I remember correctly, they got it from just like fucking grinding down like facehuggers and shit.
Sure. Yeah, why not? Sure.
Like
Speaking of grinding down facehuggers, I'm just gonna grind down your explanation of the alien timeline right now because we hit an hour.
like I said, do not like take that with the most grains of salt because it's 10:20 right now, and I cannot remember if that was the explanation they gave or not.
That is completely fine. Hey, high five! We did it. We got to an hour.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. We're in the same room actually. We're both standing in your closet right now. Actually, this is true, right?
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Nice
dude.
try.
We're we're. I'm like petting you on the head right now. I'm like stroking your hair. Yeah. Do you feel that? It's like a voodoo doll.
Oh yeah, bro.
Woo!
Dap me up.
Dab you up. Oh yeah. Shish. Shit, dude. Yeah. Anyways, that was this episode of Gambler's Luck. If you enjoyed it, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, support the podcast. You can do that by just subscribing. It's totally free, right, Aiden?
Uh,
It's free. You have anything else to say?
you know what else is free?
What else is free?
A stop sign outside my house.
No, no. I thought you were gonna plug your channel.
Why would I plug my
I
channel? I
don't
don't post
know.
anything of value.
Subscribe to Aiden MB. He's a cool guy. He
No,
makes
please don't.
videos. Shh. He makes videos on Transformers sometimes. Check him
It's been a
out.
while.
Like, comment, subscribe. Do all that fun stuff on his channel too. He's my co-host.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Anyways, also make sure to leave a comment telling Aiden to make artwork for the show. I'm not paying you for nothing.
You're not paying me shit.
Do I need to put you back in the closet?
Dog, I'm still in the closet.
All right. That was
And I'm
this
like,
episode. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys. We'll see you guys at the next episode. Adios, senors. You gotta say bye.
Oh, bye.